right, you guys, this is Raw Detroit back at you with another one, and I got another prospect with me on today. We're going to talk about quarterback Chase Garbers. Stands at about 6'2", 225 pounds. And the goal of these videos, guys, is to kind of put the spotlight on guys that do not get the spotlight. You know, when you're talking about a draft, you're talking about a lot of different players from different schools getting the opportunity and the dream of a lifetime to be able to be an NFL player. Some of these kids have been dreaming this thing since they were a kid, you know, wishing that they could get into the NFL. Will everybody get into the NFL? No. You got 7 rounds, and then you got guys that are undrafted. So, you know, the later guys, they're always going to play with a chip on their shoulder because they're trying to make it into the NFL. And you want to see some of these guys get the opportunity in the NFL. Now, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Garbers, but definitely the dude is nice. I thought that he was one of those quarterbacks that need to be talked about since nobody's talking about this kid. I wanted to bring him to your attention and make you aware of there's other quarterbacks out there. Now, whatever the Detroit Lions decide to do with the second pick overall, you know, it's going to definitely be their prerogative. But at the same time, we just want to be able to find talent in all different shapes, forms, and sizes. And with the Detroit Lions, this team is so devoid of talent. We need talent on this team. And I don't care if it's at the backup quarterback position. I don't care if it's the guy just on the sidelines, prancing around and just holding a clipboard or whatever you're doing. We need talent on this team. We cannot bring Tim Boyle back, and we cannot bring back David Blah. It looked like those guys are just not working out with us. And there's no knock to those guys, but I just think that we need to go in a different route, get some younger talent on here, get some guys that are able to win football games, because the ultimate goal, even if the #1 quarterback goes down, you still want to be able to win with your backup. And we want to find guys that are young, that are solid, because the Lions do have a young team. And that's going young means a lot for the Detroit Lions, because we're trying to raise up all pro caliber players. We need that in Detroit. We need guys that are going to be all pro and guys that are be Pro Bowl type of players. And we need those guys that are going to be solid when somebody gets injured as well. You always need the depth on your team. And if you got depth on your team, man, you can go a long ways. So let's talk a little bit about Garbers. Like I said before, guys, Garbers stands at about 6'2", 225 pounds. In 2021, this season, currently just passed, he had 2,531 yards passing with 16 touchdowns, and he had 8 interceptions. Now, for his career, because he has been a starter at California for, let's see, about 3 years now. So he has been a starter. So his body of work and his career yardage is 6,580 yards passing with 50 touchdowns and 24 career interceptions. So Garber is solid, but I didn't tell you about this. Well, you probably saw it in the video. Garber is a guy that can extend plays with his legs. And you know that's what we're after. We're after guys that can make things happen. And Garbers is one of those guys that's in this draft that you may not have heard of that can do those things. Now, Garber on the ground, he rushed for 1,174 yards with 11 touchdowns. So he has some mobility in the pocket. He's able to escape the pocket. He's very modest when it comes to that. You know, having that escapability is something that the Lions need. We, you know, not saying that anything is wrong with having a pocket passer, because it is not. It is proven that, yeah, you can win with a pocket passer. And it's proven that you can also win with a dual threat quarterback as well. Because I know I've had a couple people in my comment section tell me, you know, that, well, look at the record on the dual threat quarterbacks. Do they win? And then I had to bring up names like Steve Young and Russell Wilson and other guys that's been kind of dual threatish or whatever. No, you can win with whoever's out there on the field. But what really are you looking for? You're looking for guys, especially this, you know, Chase Garber is going to be like a later round guy. You know, and that's what we're after. We're looking after, you know, if the Lions decided to go with Kayvon Thibodeau, or if they decided to go with Aiden Hutchinson, or they decided to go Kyle Hamilton's way and not draft Malik Willis or whatever, you know, because I don't know what's going to happen. You know, ultimately, you know, all of us can be surprised on what the Lions do with the #2 pick. Are they going to trade down? There's different scenarios. So, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. But I just want to get out those later round quarterbacks that you may never heard of that could possibly come to Detroit as a undrafted free agent, or they could be a later round pick for us. So the thing about Garbers too, he got great toughness. Garbers has a good arm. He doesn't have the strongest arm out of the quarterbacks, but he does have a good arm, and that is pretty good. And I'm talking about just having an average NFL arm. Everybody doesn't have the cannon of an arm. Some people just have, average or above average arm capabilities when it comes to tossing a football down the field. He's able to fit the ball in tight windows. He can make accurate throws on the run, man. And that's something that we definitely need. We had years of Aaron Rodgers running on us and tossing the ball down the field 40, 50 yards, man. We need that ourselves in Detroit. And definitely Garbers provides that. He's generally conservative with the football, and he makes great decisions with the football. That's one thing that you want too. You want a guy that can make some great decisions with the football whenever he has it in his hand, because majority of the time, the reason why the quarterback is so significant and the quarterback position is so talked about so much because the quarterback has the ball the most. He has the ball the most out of anybody on the roster. He's going to touch that thing so much that you have to make it a point of interest to make sure that you go out and get a quarterback that would be able to ultimately win some games for you, man. That's what you want. And you're looking for those late round guys that nobody's talking about that can possibly be a hidden gem on your team, and never know he can end up being the guy on the team. You just don't know. You never know how things panned out. So it's all about drafting well, especially with the Lions having 10 picks. It's all about drafting well. And if they can find some of these hidden gems in the draft, and I'm sure that Brad Holmes and his staff is going to do a great, thorough job. But I just want to bring it to their attention. If they're not looking at this kid, here's another kid that's out there in California that is definitely a solid quarterback and could be a solid backup to a Jared Goff. Now, one thing I like about Garbers too as well, he's great at finding mismatches out on the field, being able to attack it. Some quarterbacks don't do that. Sometimes you have one read or whatever it may be. And sometimes you need that guy that's going to be able to go through his progressions really well. And Garber does that. He can go through his progressions really good and find the open man and hit him on the dime. And he has great, excellent footwork in the pocket, great pocket presence when he's able to stand back there. And just overall, man, his skill set is something that I definitely like. I like that in the backup quarterback to be able to get out there and make some plays. And that's what you want to see. Garbers is good at just being able to take what the defense is giving him. And you see that right there. He has the ability to escape. And that's what we need in Detroit. I just think that the Detroit Lions, I'm not saying that we need a quarterback that's running every single play. So don't get this mixed up, guys. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying to you is that we need a quarterback that got a little bit mobility in him and a little bit can help us in the red zone, because we struggle in the red zone scoring. We need a quarterback that can run some of these touchdowns in sometimes, and a guy that can hit guys in the red zone. That's what we need in Detroit. We've had so many pocket passes in Detroit, and sometimes I just feel like we're afraid to get a dual threat quarterback. And I don't know why we're afraid of it. We shouldn't be, because most of the teams in the NFL got a guy that can run. You look at the Russell Wilsons. You even look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has the ability to get out of the pocket and run for a little bit. You look at Aaron Rodgers. You look at Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. There's a lot of quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. There are so many quarterbacks in the league now that have the ability to skip out of the pocket and make things happen. And that's what you want. You want that athletic ability out of your quarterback to be able to make some plays, man. And we don't have that really in Detroit. And I want that for us, man. I want us so desperately to be able to get a quarterback that can make some plays with his legs as well and not always sit back there and take sacks. If he can get downfield 10 to 15 yards or 20 yards or whatever it may be, slide, get out of bounds, whatever it may be, that's what we're ultimately looking for out of a quarterback. We need something different. You can't have every quarterback being the same on the team, stand in the pocket, deliver the football, stand in the pocket. You know, come on, man. We need something that's going to be a little bit different. Can he throw on the run? How's his mechanics when it comes to throwing on the run? And he's running for his life back there because the line has collapsed. The defensive line has collapsed the pocket. Do he have the ability to be able to get out of the pocket and turn the jets on and get up the field 10 to 15 yards, slide or whatever it has to be? That's what we're ultimately looking for in Detroit. And I want to see the Detroit Lions just get better. And I know you want to see the Detroit Lions get better as well. But only how we get better is we draft the guys that's going to make a difference. We draft the guys that we know that's going to truly ball out. And I like this kid, Garbers. Chase Garbers is nice. I love his size. He's 6'2", 225 pounds, like I said before. And the dude is just a solid quarterback. And I wouldn't mind him drafting a kid like this. If I couldn't get the quarterbacks that I want, if I couldn't get a Sam Howell, I couldn't get a Malik Willis, I couldn't get a Desmond Ridder or a Carson Strong or whoever it may be that's out there, Kenny Pickett, whoever. If I couldn't get these guys and I'm looking in the later rounds and I'm saying, I drafted all these other players, maybe we should take a look at a guy like a Skylar Thompson or a Chase Garbers. You know, maybe we should give these guys an opportunity. Because I like Skylar Thompson, too. And I know I put you guys up on him. A lot of you guys probably didn't know about that quarterback from Kansas State. But, hey, man, I'm happy that you guys are, enjoying the content. And if you are enjoying the content, I know some of you guys are just, checking out the video and watching it. But, guys, make sure you hit that like button, because the more you hit that like button, the more we can be able to get these videos out and be able to get it to a lot of people. And that's what we want to see. We want to see a lot of people be able to see the content for the Detroit Lions, because that's what ultimately we're trying to do. We're trying to get better in 2022. We know that the future is bright, but the future only looks bright when we're able to put things together and we're able to draft correctly. So I'll be back to you guys soon. I'm out of here. Until next time, I holla. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.